What's up, weirdos? And welcome back to another episode of Universe of Weirdos. It is I, Mr. Sock Hop himself, J Craft, your last chance to evacuate planet Earth before it is recycled. And we are hopping in our Universe of Weirdos time machine today, and we're going back to the 1950s. We are going to venture back, and what are we going to do in the 50s? Well, we could go to the sock hop, but we don't need to do that. We can travel down to the Nickelodeon with our gal, or visit the old soda jerk. Maybe we could park at Makeout Point, but we're not going to do any of that. Oh, no, no, no. Not in this trip to the 1950s. We're just going to watch some TV. You and me. Going to watch some 1950s television, and more specifically, 1950s commercials, because they are very interesting. And, you know, like, we got a lot of these products that we're still familiar with today, and it's pretty interesting to see how they advertised them way back in the 50s when these products were, you know, essentially new, and, you know, the world of advertising was pretty new. There weren't really many television commercials, there weren't very many, you know, there were still radio spots for sure, but these are all television commercials from the 1950s. And I want to start with the very first appearance of James Dean acting, and it was in a 1950 Pepsi commercial. So let's see what's going on here with Mr. James Dean, 1950 Pepsi commercial. So it's looking like they're gathered around some broken player piano. It's not working very well. Oh, James Dean hit it. Now everybody's dancing.
Now go get Pepsi for the Pepsi bounce. More bounce to the ounce, more bounce to the ounce. Go get Pepsi for the Pepsi bounce. Then why take less when Pepsi's best? More bounce to the ounce with Pepsi. Ooh, my Pepsi.
Popularity? That's what Pepsi's got most of. Pepsi gives more fun, more bounce to the ounce, and more for your money, too. Wherever the crowd gathers, you're sure to find Pepsi. So why take less when Pepsi's best? Buy Pepsi by the carton.
Okay. All right. I like the Pepsi bounce, the Pepsi bounce. We need to bring that song back, man. I think that could be a #1 hit. If you get Rihanna to do it, I think we could bring back the Pepsi bounce as a nice little advertisement campaign there. You know, I auditioned for a Pepsi commercial a long time ago. It was like 2006, somewhere around there. I still kind of remember the script that they had. Like, yeah, being cool is about your, you know, a bunch of dumb shit, and it just ends with you taking a swig of Pepsi and going, Pepsi, the taste of a new generation. And I don't know. That was one of the very only things that I've ever really auditioned for as far as like acting gigs go. And I just remember it very, very well. But, you know, they've always been advertising Pepsi, apparently. Now, Pepsi's competitor is obviously Coca-Cola, so let's see how they advertised in the 1950s. So here is a man trying to sell us some Coca-Cola. He's sitting at a booth, sipping a nice small glass of Coke.
Everyone knows the importance of taking a break every once in a while when you're working. Well, the same thing holds true if you're having fun. Now, that's why plays have intermissions. And during the intermission, you'll find the nearby fountain where they serve Coca-Cola is a mighty popular place.
Pepsi's advertisement was more fucking exciting.
Coke is a sparkling addition to the festivity and the excitement of opening night.
You sound excited.
Coke has a bright flavor, a distinctive flavor, all its own, that has never been equaled. It's bracing, too. Coca-Cola gives you a bit of quick energy that brings you back so refreshed. So
we still have cocaine in it.
And with as few calories as half an average juicy grapefruit. So at intermission time,
half an average juicy grapefruit.
Stop at the fountain where Coke is served. Then you can relax with the most asked-for soft drink in the whole world. Bright and bracing Coca-Cola.
Bright and bracing?
Have a Coke.
What a terrible, like, what? That's your catchphrase for Coke? Bright and bracing Coca-Cola? Ugh. That doesn't sound very like good. It doesn't sound very appetizing there. But yeah, I mean, I felt like the Pepsi bounce with James Dean punching the player piano and making it play the Pepsi bounce was a lot more of an exciting commercial. But I don't know. I guess nobody can really compete with the bright and bracing flavor of Coca-Cola. But maybe Kool-Aid. We all know Kool-Aid, right? We all made it as a kid. We all drank it as a kid. And this is how they advertised it in 1950. So, some kid whistling. Bunch of kids whistling. Was that the Kool-Aid whistle?
Kool-Aid, a 5-cent package makes 2 quarts of Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid, 9 great flavors, the drink you love. Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid.
God.
The very best drink you ever made.
Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid.
Be sure that the envelope says Kool-Aid.
You can give your youngsters a lot of pleasure with Kool-Aid. You know,
Ew.
it's pure and good. It has the Parents Magazine seal. And it's so thrifty. A 5-cent package makes 2 full quarts.
Yeah, we heard it in the
Just
song.
add Kool-Aid to water with ice. Add some sugar.
Lot
and
of
stir.
sugar.
For the very best drink you ever made.
Add
Be
half a
sure
bag
that
of
the
sugar.
envelope says Kool-Aid.
What a weird song. A cup packet makes 2 quarts of it, and all you do is add water and sugar. Then stir that shit, put it in the fridge, and when it's cold, drink it and it will be good. What kind of literal lyrics was going on there? Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid. So weird. That one was very strange. Now, this commercial I actually watched ahead of time because I was like, is this going to be worth it? Because, you know, like sometimes, you know, certain products can have pretty boring advertisements. And I remember in the 90s, at least, Betty Crocker had some pretty boring advertisements. It was always just like maybe somebody mixing up a fucking bowl and then like, oh, look at the cake. So whatever. But this one is really interesting because this is an ad of Betty Crocker marble cake from 1953, and it features Betty Crocker herself. So you can look this up yourself, Betty Crocker marble cake commercial from 1953, and you will get a view of what the Betty Crocker actually looks like. So here we go. We're going to hear from Betty Crocker herself. As soon as you want to put, oh great, let's put an advertisement in front of an advertisement. Like, that's great. Yeah, they Tide free, and you know what? I have a Tide commercial, so it's fitting that they're trying to hawk us some Tide before playing a Betty Crocker commercial because the next one that I'm doing is Tide. So that's interesting.
There's something new and exciting in the Betty Crocker kitchens. And here's Betty Crocker herself.
And this is what we're so excited about, my new marble cake mix. It's entirely new. The only marble cake mix in one package that you can mix in one bowl. And the one bowl method makes it so very easy. You just add water and 2 fresh eggs. Now, when you've mixed the batter, pour 3/4 of it into 2 cake pans. Now comes the fun. From this special envelope that comes inside the package,
It's
stir
so
in
much
the fine
fun.
chocolate dark mix. Then drop dabs of the chocolatey batter over the light batter. To make that wonderful marble pattern, run a knife through like this. And there's your Betty Crocker marble cake. Children love it, and grown-ups too. It's so tender, so light.
Ew, that kid just picked up a frosted piece of cake with his bare hands.
Marble cake every time
Like,
you bake.
with
Cake after
frosted,
cake
touching
after
the
cake.
frosting. You're a sick fuck. That little kid's gross. Little kid is a gross little bastard, man. But yeah, you know, that one was a little bit hard to hear. That one came in pretty low. But I'm looking forward to this next one because they try to interrupt us with a Tide ad at the very beginning of it, and this next one's for a Tide ad. So let's see what's going on here.
I'll get it, Mom.
Why did they ever invent the telephone?
Teenagers like Sally just live on the phone these days.
I know.
They
And
live on the
floor.
phone these days.
Just look at that position, will you? Can you imagine how dirty her shirts get? But I don't worry about it anymore, now that New Tide's here. New Tide? It's got something they call reserve cleaning power in it. Reserve cleaning power? What's that? It's sort of extra cleaning power, and I've never seen anything like it. It gets out all kinds of dirt in everything I wash. Just look at this shirt.
Wow.
Would you ever think it spent half of its life on the floor?
Well,
Why,
no,
even
because you
John
washed
says
it.
his work clothes never looked so clean before.
Hey, Mom. Oh, hi, Mrs. Pike. You got a clean
Did they
shirt,
used to
Mom?
look like shit?
Bob wants me to go to the movies with him.
Now you come home
Here's the
early.
shirt that I was just
All right.
bragging about.
Goodbye, Mrs. Pike.
I must admit, your whole wash does look wonderful. Well, I'm beginning to think there's nothing new Tide can't do.
Okay, so is this what people did in the 1950s? They used to go over to each other's house and like look at each other's laundry. What? What the hell's the point of it? Wow, your laundry looks sparkling clean. Oh, thank you. Why the fuck are you looking at my underwear, you weirdo? That's a strange one. 1957 Tide detergent. So there we go. Now this one here is for the Kodak 300 color slide projector. It's a commercial from 1957. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see how they tried to basically market Instagram in 1957. So let's see.
It's
Applause?
as trim as a briefcase and as easy to carry as a portable radio. The perfect way to show and enjoy the color slides you took last summer. It's the new Kodak 300 color slide projector. Not only is it the smartest looking projector you can buy, but the Kodak 300 is a pleasure to use.
A
With
pleasure?
easy-to-reach controls
You can
right
fuck
here
it?
on top. And a new Ready-Matic changer, the smoothest and simplest ever designed. Its wide-angle lens shows your slides big and bright in full color in any room, large or small.
Or
The
you
new
could just
Kodak
log on to
300
Instagram
projector
and
in
show your
choice of
friends.
2 color combinations costs just $64.50, or as little as $6.50 down.
All right,
It's
yeah.
also available with an automatic magazine-type changer. And because it's made by Kodak, you know it's good.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, I do know it's good. Kodak is, they're iconic. They stood the test of time. Are they still around? You would think they got to be doing something, right? Kodak's got to be doing something to survive. I mean, I guess people still do film sometimes. So I don't know. They got to be struggling. Kodak's got to be struggling bad, but, go log on to Instagram and show your friends your pictures. So that's what you do now. Right? You take the pictures with your phone. You don't have to, you cut out Kodak altogether. They used to make cameras and film and all kinds of stuff, but I don't even know what they do now. They got to still be a company, though. I refuse to believe that Kodak is out of business. I would have heard about it. I don't really pay attention to that much stuff, but yes, Kodak is still, they are still in business. I just Googled it. They're still around. Here is 1954 calometric weight loss pills. This, I want to try to see, I haven't watched this one ahead of time, so I want to see what's going on here, because I guarantee a 1954 weight loss pill was just a very heavy amphetamine and possibly cocaine, and let's see how they try to market it. All you got to do is take one pill a day, and then you'll sweat yourself and vomit yourself and watery shit yourself into losing weight. It's Ozempic and a pill.
Hello there. Friends, here's an amazing free offer for everyone who's overweight. Even though you've tried other methods and failed, you can still lose ugly fat fast. Now, thousands
I want to
can
keep
tell
my
you
pretty
that
fat.
the calometric reducing formula is the only safe, sure, effective way to reduce. This package
The only
includes
way?
the Wonder 10-Day Diet.
What about working
that lets
out?
you eat 3 delicious meals a day, plus a bedtime snack, and even includes a jog for your willpower. And yet you take only 3 calometric tablets per day. And now
3?
here's that sensational free offer I was going to tell you about.
3 meth tablets.
A 30-day supply
Oof.
of wonderful calometric tablets, a certified $3.50 value, when you buy the regular calometric
It's a
Weight
certified
and Weight Control.
$3.50
You save
value.
$3.50. That's a $7 value for only $3.50, a 50% saving. And how can you get your free bottle of calometric tablets? Just send in this calometric box top with your name and address, and your druggist will give you a postage-paid
Your
envelope
druggist.
already addressed to the calometric company. So don't lose hope. Lose weight. Get calometric reducing formula at your drugstore. Send the box top in the free post-page envelope, and get your $3.50 bottle of calometric tablets absolutely free.
Get yourself
Friends,
a
believe me when I say, don't wait.
$350
Act right now.
meth pill bot. Like, what? What are we doing? Like, you're sending away for extra meth pills? That's what I don't understand, because they're like, hey, look, you already got this weight loss formula, but if you send away, we'll give you even more weight loss formula. So I don't really understand that one too much, but I wish they would have went more into what the ingredients were. Like, with the proprietary blend of whatever and whatever, I'm dying to know what was in these diet pills from 1954, because it's got to just be amphetamines. It's got to be potentially cocaine. It's got to be a lot of really crazy shit. So here we go. Let's go to, this one's 1952. I think this is 1952. A Carling's Brewery Red Cap Ale beer commercial. So let's see what's going on. Let's see how they're trying to sell us some beer.
Better than beer?
Can it be?
Try Carling's Red Cap Ale and see.
We brew fine beer as well as ale, but we brew Carling's Red Cap Ale. Folks say it's all good beer can be. Pull us a little bit more.
You'll see.
Better than beer?
Can it be?
Try Carling's Red Cap Ale and see.
At Carling's, we brew both beer and ale, and each is mighty popular. But here's what more and more people tell us about Carling's Red Cap Ale. They say Carling's is quite unlike all other ales, and it gives them more pleasure than any beer or ale they ever taste.
Gets you drunk faster.
They say it's light and hearty, so they call it light-hearted.
Carling's Ale is light and dry as the smoothest beer ever.
But Carling's Red Cap has extra flavor, the heart only a fine ale can give you.
Try it yourself. Decide for yourself.
Better than beer?
Can it be?
Try Carling's Red Cap Ale and see.
Try it tonight.
It gives you more pleasure. You get drunk better off of Carling's Red Ale. And you don't hit your wife. That's what makes it superior to beer. I don't know. I don't know what would make Carling's isn't around anymore, so I'm going to guess they weren't superior to beer. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Carling's is around anymore. It's just I've never heard of it, so I don't drink anymore either, though. I do drink coffee, drink quite a bit of coffee, as a matter of fact, and I have a couple of some fucking competing coffee ads here, so let's see which one I would rather drink based on their ads. Do I want to drink Yuban coffee, or do I want to drink Maxwell House? Let me see how they tried to pitch me their coffee in the mid-50s. Here's Yuban coffee.
What makes Yuban the richest of all coffees?
That's what I'm trying to
Aged
find out.
Coffee beans, fresh roasted at peak flavor, like the best flavored foods, rare vintage wine, the choicest cheese, the finest steak. The best flavored coffee beans are aged before roasting, and this natural maturing brings out all their richness, flavor, and aroma.
Okay.
Delicious Yuban.
Most coffee beans are roasted while green in color, young in flavor. But Yuban's aged beans mellow to a dark richness.
We leave them in a
Then
bag and let them
fresh
rot.
Roasted at peak flavor. It is this generous supply of aged beans in Yuban's blend that makes Yuban an experience. Yuban,
an experience,
richest of
huh?
all coffees.
Look, dude, is it going to make me fucking not want to kill people in traffic on my drive to work in the morning? Then I want it. Am I going to be able to wake up and actually, like, see without this weird fucking haze in front of my eyes? Then I'm cool with it. Has it got caffeine in it? Then you're a winner. You got me. But some coffee does taste like shit. I don't know. Why don't you just talk about the taste of it instead of we age our things? And just say fucking it tastes better than Maxwell House's dog shit. But let's find out. Let's find out if Maxwell House has a superior coffee with what they tried to advertise to us. Here's a 1954 Maxwell House coffee commercial.
This is the coffee pot at work. Listen to it perk.
Wow. That coffee's making music.
Look at the coffee as it gets darker and stronger. Smell the honest coffee smell. Ah, smell it.
Smell
But will
it.
this cup of coffee taste as good as it smells? You bet it will, because it's Maxwell House, the coffee that tastes as good as it smells every time. Maxwell House coffee tastes as good as it smells every time. If you like to look at good coffee, listen to good coffee, smell good coffee, and taste good coffee, brew Maxwell House, the coffee that tastes as good as it smells every time. Maxwell House is good to the last drop. It tastes as good as it smells every time. Maxwell House.
Now, I know for certain that Maxwell House is not a good coffee. I know that it tastes like shit. It's one of those like kind of like freeze-dried type of like crystallized coffee grounds, and they're not good. But that commercial was way better than the Yuban coffee commercial, because they were like, hey, it smells good, it fucking tastes good, look at it brewing and all this shit. And the Yuban coffee commercial was like comparing coffee to steak and cheese and shit. It's like, I don't need these comparisons. I just want to know if your coffee's good. You know, don't tell me about, I don't care about the roasting process. Does it taste good? I don't care. Like, literally, my favorite coffee could come out and go, we roast our beans for like 15 minutes as soon as we pick them. And like, we just kind of, we don't really put a whole lot of effort into it, but hey, it tastes good, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So I'm going to stick with this. I don't care what your process is. If it's good, it's good. And we're going to wrap up this episode of 1950s television commercials with a trio, a hat trick, if you will, of cigarette commercials. Remember cigarette ads? Does anybody remember cigarette ads? It's illegal to advertise cigarettes now. But as late as, I think it was even like the late 90s, they used to be able to advertise cigarettes to you. Camel ads, Camel cigarettes with a nice little cartoon camel that appealed to all of the kids and all of that stuff. But in the 50s, they used to really push cigarettes and like almost recommend them. As a matter of fact, doctors would recommend cigarettes to people. So here is a 3 count of cigarettes that they're still available today. So we got, the first ad is 1953 Lucky Strikes. So here we go. Okay, so they're going to try to advertise to us before advertising to us. That's fine.
Friends, it's true, you know. Luckies are made better to taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. And you remember that the next time you buy cigarettes. It's awfully important because, golly, in a cigarette, it's the taste that makes the difference. And Luckies do taste cleaner, fresher, smoother. So come on, be happy. Go Lucky. Make your next carton Lucky Strike.
Be happy, go lucky, get better taste today.
Get happy, go lucky, smoke yourself to death. Oh boy, it's a little uncomfortable. When you know the dangers of smoking, it's a little uncomfortable to see these. Here's a 1950s ad for Camel cigarettes. I'm pretty sure this is a one that talks about how doctors recommend it. So let's see what's going on there.
You know, if you were to follow a busy doctor as he makes his daily round of calls, you'd find yourself having a mighty busy time keeping up with him. Time out for many men of medicine usually means just long enough to enjoy a cigarette. And because they know what a pleasure it is to smoke a mild, good-tasting cigarette, they're particular about the brand they choose. In a repeated national survey, doctors in all branches of medicine, doctors in all parts of the country were asked, "What cigarette do you smoke, doctor?" Once again, the brand named most was Camel. Yes, according to this repeated nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
Okay.
Why not change to Camels for the next 30 days and see what a difference it makes in your smoking enjoyment? See how Camels agree with your throat. See how mild and good-tasting a cigarette can be.
See how they agree with your throat. Now, this is a little bit kind of not what I expected it to be, because, you know, this isn't doctors recommend smoking Camels. This is, we asked doctors what they smoke, and they said they smoked Camels. They never said that the doctors recommended it, but it was implied, wasn't it? It was a little bit shady advertising tactics there. It would basically be like, you know, we asked this throat doctor what his favorite cough drop was, and he said, and it makes it sound like the doctor is recommending using it because he's a throat doctor. He's an expert, and this is the cough drop that he uses. So yeah, that's a little bit of a twist on there. They never say doctors recommended. They never say a doctor recommends smoking. It's good for your health. No, they said doctors smoke Camels. So I don't know how to feel about that one. Now, this next one I watched ahead of time, and it is severely inappropriate because it's a cartoon. They made this into a cartoon of a little penguin skating around trying to sell you some nice mentholated cool cigarettes. This one's from 1958. See what's going on here, and then we'll get the hell out.
Switch from Hots to Snow Fresh Filter.
Cool. Cool, snow fresh, cool, take so clean, so refreshing, smoke cool.
As cool and as clean as a breath of fresh air. That's Snow Fresh Filter Cool.
Smoke cool.
Your mouth feels clean, your throat refreshed. The finest leaf tobacco, mild, refreshing menthol, and the world's most thoroughly tested filter. That's Snow Fresh Filter Cool. Why don't you switch from Hots to the Snow Fresh coolness of cool?
They used to call non-mentholated cigarettes Hots? That's
cool
weird.
And as clean as a breath of fresh air.
That's cool.
America's
As a breath of
most
fresh
refreshing
air.
Cigarette. Snow Fresh Filter Cool.
It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. They had this little cartoon penguin trying to pitch you cool cigarettes. I don't know how to feel about that one. That's super inappropriate. But yeah, why don't you use it? It's a breath of fresh air. It is a breath of fresh air. Well, you're not going to know what a breath of fresh air is actually like in comparison because you're a fucking smoker anyways, so it doesn't matter. We'll just say that it's a breath of fresh air. How bizarre, man. Like, that is some creepy shit. Like, to be able to... Yeah, doctors say that you should smoke Camels. I find that severely inappropriate. Anyways, that's kind of why they don't do them anymore, right? I'm gonna guess. But, you know, that is the 50s. That's the 1950s. That's the way they wanted to advertise to you, and it's a little bit weird. I like the theme songs. I like when they gave them like a little song, the Pepsi bounce, and smoke cool. All right, I guess I will smoke cool. But anyways, that will be it for me, guys. I will see you guys next time, and we will... I don't really know. I think I'm going to do the Heaven's Gate thing next. And I'm going to wrap up my Heaven's Gate initiation tape review. I'll do that one next time. I just got to get myself a nice level of stoned to be able to do it, because as I've said before on my Heaven's Gate things, is that guy, I don't know how he convinced anyone to join his cult. They must have been super high for him to make any sort of sense. So I decide that I need to get super high to see if he makes any sense, and he still does not. So join us next time for the Heaven's Gate Initiation Tape wrap-up show. It will be our last chance to join Heaven's Gate before they recycle themselves. And other than that, you can find me on X. I am jcraft247. I am Universe of Weirdos over on Instagram. Shoot me an email if you would like, universeofweirdos@gmail.com. All kinds of ways that you can get a hold of me, man. Obviously, we're less than a week away from Indie PopCon, my live show, May 8th, 4 p.m., Indianapolis PopCon. Get tickets wherever PopCon tickets are sold. Come and see me perform and do a nice live show and get yourself something out of my big-ass prize bucket. Aside from that, I guess I would like for you to rate, review, subscribe, give a big old thumbs up or a 5 stars on any podcast platform you're listening on. I surely appreciate it. Helps people find the show, and it helps the show grow. And boy, have we been growing. I have a surprising number of listeners these days, and I'm all the happier for it. So I will see you guys next time. I love you, blasting off. Until then, see ya.